All right, music fans, welcome back to another exciting edition of As the Journey Turns. This time brought to you by Weetabix, the great breakfast cereal that stays crunchy no matter how much milk you use. You could just pour a gallon of milk on a bowl of Weetabix and it's still going to be crunchy. No, I'm just kidding. Do they even make Weetabix anymore? I just like the word Weetabix. Whoever thought of that? Just a great word. All right. So, yeah, I'm doing all this in real time for real people just like you and me. All right. So, one of my patrons sent a tweet over to me from X. So now I am part of the drama. I have a speaking part in As the Journey Turns. You have to laugh. You have to laugh first at the person who's trying to provoke Neal Schon, and then you also have to kind of laugh at the way Neal dealt with this, which quite honestly didn't make any sense. So let me just do the screen share here. So John, who's a patron, and I had this in the trash bucket and I took it out because I get email notifications of everything that gets sent over. And I just looked at this and I was kind of distraught at first and I just deleted. But here's what it says. The Real Music Observer is starting rumors that you have a terminal illness. Neal Schon says, LOL, okay. And then he says, I think it's the other way around. Okay. He's the other way around what? That I have a terminal illness, or that there are rumors that I have a terminal illness, or this is bizarre. So that doesn't really make any sense. It's the other way around. Okay. So just for clarification on the whole terminal illness thing. So I did this video where I speculated as to what would cause someone to spend all of this money. And one of the theories I had was maybe he doesn't have a lot of time left on planet Earth. I mean, why is that such a bizarre theory? I'm not suggesting he's sick. I'm not. Here's my other rationale for that. So you got people who are dropping dead of natural causes, no cause given, sudden and unexpected, and all this stuff. So I don't know. I don't know how that really factors into this, but it's not really that far-fetched to say maybe there's something wrong. You know, maybe he's just trying to spend all the money so nobody else can get it, which to me sounds very plausible. Now, do I think he has a terminal illness? No. But is he going to tell us if he was sick? No, I doubt it. Although, you know, he's pretty good at trying to get sympathy for his side of stuff. So I'm thinking he would make an announcement, and then at that point, people would feel bad and say, go ahead, spend all the money you want. So no, it was just a theory. And I'm pretty sure I said this is speculation. And you know, this is what when I do this, anytime I do speculation in a video, like in the early days, I would get so much crap. You just can't say that. You have no proof, right? I'm saying I don't know for sure. I'm saying I don't know for sure. Kind of like the weatherman every day makes a prediction, right? And sometimes they're right, but sometimes they're wrong. Do people come back the next day and say, hey, it rained? You didn't say it was going to rain. You know, well, I was making a prediction. I was just trying to get close to what I thought could happen. Now, I'm just speculating, which is different. It's different than trying to predict something, but it's kind of in the same ballpark. What would cause somebody to spend all this money? Now, based on what Neal has been saying, he didn't spend this money, or he told somebody here on the same platform, so what's it to you? Why do you care? So if you ask the question and say you're right, say, you know, you say, hey, did you spend this money? And he comes back with, well, why do you care? Does that sound like somebody who's innocent or guilty? All right. As far as the terminal illness thing, you know, again, somebody's trying to stoke, and this is the same crap that happened, and it always happens on this platform where people come around and then they start bleep posting, and that's what that is. He's starting rumors that you have a terminal illness. No, I'm not. I said, what would cause someone to do something like this, to just spend more money than they have? And I went through a list of possibilities. And I'm pretty sure I said, I don't think he has any kind of an illness. And that was it. That was it. I mean, I'm allowed to kind of think out loud about this, but anyway, it sounds like I'm defensive, right? Well, I'm not. I'm not going to take back my analysis. I'm not going to delete the video or anything. I'm just saying, could he? He could. Most likely he doesn't. But he says, I think it's the other way around, which is basically saying that I have the terminal illness, which doesn't really make any sense. I think a proper response would have been he doesn't know what he's talking about, or that's false. He shouldn't say things like that. And, maybe I shouldn't say things like that. Maybe I should just say, who knows? Who knows? I mean, if he's not trying to spend someone's inheritance, then I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure out, because my brain can't figure out why someone would spend that much money and then kind of just brush it off like, yeah, I've been in this band since 1973, or he said 72, and I'm pretty sure it's 73. Anyway, he said that as if to say, I can do whatever I want to do, or as like, you guys don't understand, I'm the CEO. I get to do what I want to do. And so I think some people understood what he meant by that. And so maybe that's it. Maybe this is just decadence and greed and just extravagant living beyond what most people can comprehend. As far as hitting it back at me with, I think it's the other way around. Okay, that makes no sense. Because my behavior here on the channel would be indicative of somebody who had a spending problem, or who had a terminal illness. And or maybe I have the spending problem, right? Maybe I'm just spending more money than I'm taking in. That's why I tell people, please, if you want to be a patron, please help me on this channel. Yeah, I don't have the same problems that Neal Schon has. And all I can say is, if people took it that I am trying to spread rumors that he's terminally ill, that's not what I was trying to do. And I think I really tried hard in that video to say I don't think that's what it is, but some people might behave that way if they knew they didn't have a lot of time left on Earth. That's all I was saying. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's healthy. I mean, he can afford the best health care that money can buy, right? So I'm thinking he's really healthy, which, again, what's the reason? Well, according to him, this is fine. There's really nothing to see here. He's going to win in court. Let's see what happens in court. If this gets dismissed and everything, I'll say, great. That's great. Journey can go on for another 10 years. The only problem with all of this is that he's still spending all of this money. And how is the band going to be profitable? How are they going to pay people? It was reported that they couldn't pay people within the organization. All right. This is kind of like deflection. Let's go after the guy who's doing some speculation about my health because I'm spending money like a drunken sailor. And so I'll respond to that by saying, no, sounds like it's him. Sounds like he's got the terminal health issue. Okay. Doesn't make any sense. But this whole soap opera doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I mean, these are all wealthy people who should be getting along and who should be keeping the legacy of this band going, and who should be reasonable, especially at this age. I get it. These guys in their 20s and 30s, when they get wealthy and they're just going crazy and they don't know any better. But you're talking about a guy in his 70s now. And it just never ends. And so 70, by the way, based on the CDC, is like 92 now. So anyway, folks, as the journey turns, brought to you by me, Dave, the Real Music Observer, who is not saying that Neal Schon has a terminal illness. I'm just saying that he's acting in a way which could be looked at as very suspicious. Like, why is he spending all of this money? Maybe he's not spending the money. And so all of my speculation is for nothing. And all of those court documents and all of that stuff that Jonathan Cain did in the Delaware court. Delaware, by the way, is famous for all the credit cards and the credit card debt. That's why you file in Delaware, because it's like the credit card capital of the world for the most part. So something's going on there. To bring me into it is, I don't know. It's, I guess it's good for the channel, maybe, or it's bad for me. Just again, to clarify, all right, I'll just say it. I don't think Neal Schon has a terminal illness, all right? I don't think he has one. But then again, if he had one, it's plausible, right? It's plausible, but I don't think he has one. So just like everybody else, I don't think they have terminal illnesses either, but they could all have them. We don't know. We don't know. People are private. And so we get the news after the fact, and then we learn what happened for real. I mean, people deserve their privacy, and apparently Neal deserves his privacy. There's nothing to see, and don't worry about it. He's fine. Just like with the money situation, there's nothing to see. What's it to us? But, I should be just a cheerleader. Go, Journey, go. Go, Journey, go. And so another chapter in As the Journey Turns is now complete.